Hey, what is going on with you guys? My name is Sub0xTbyte and I am shooting right back at you with another video. And I am actually coming at you with videos lately like the noobs have been coming at me. I mean, it has been an insane couple of weeks lately since all of those noobs figured out how to get to my Minecraft home. Now I cannot say that I am mad about the fact that people end up looking for me because they want to meet me. But these guys come up to me and start screwing around with my life. Well, that is not something that I appreciate. So since my last house also blew up, I am going to make myself a new one, and even though it will not become one of the biggest there are, it will probably become the best one that I have made to date, since I have come up with a plan for myself so that I can get away from the hordes of noobs that come up to me every day in this Minecraft world. Now we are not in Minecraft, but that does not matter. All that matter right now is that we are here together. I am kidding, today we are running around in Minecraft and it is going to be a lot of fun, I can tell you that much. Now let's get it. What are we doing here right now? Well, let me just spill you guys the juice, if that is something that people say nowadays. But what I was saying is that right now I am going to go for some relaxing instead of all the things that I usually do, since I am a really busy guy. So right now we are going to just do some fun things. And right now that will be make a lot of new food. Now let me explain a little bit before everyone start throwing food around the room, because I really think that some kind of an intro might be in order right here. So we are just going to have a nice little cooking show today and you guys can watch me do so. So sit your butt in your chair, get yourself a drink and a big freaking bowl of cereal and sit down, and kids, get ready to learn. Now this is a little bit of an upgrade from your normal high school cafeteria food war, because this is just all out war and madness and I totally love it right now. So hang on with me and do not get yourselves starved to death today. Alright, lately I have been wanting to go out and relive a little bit of my youth. You know, just go around and doing some really nostalgic cooking stuff. So that got me thinking, what is really nostalgic and what could I do that is really nostalgic? And you know that you cannot just go and do something nostalgic to make something actually feel nostalgic. So you might know this, but to make something feel nostalgic you just have got to do something that you used to do, and the feeling will come whenever it is there. So I thought that today I am going to be pursuing that feeling of nostalgia through making new foods, because there are a lot of boring foods in Minecraft and I demand more. And I mean, I really love the feeling of nostalgia just because it makes me feel at home, and it gives me a little throwback to my childhood and stuff. So I am just going to go ahead and do whatever it takes to get that nostalgic feeling back into my veins. And the first thing that we are going to be doing has to do with this candy shop of a video right here, because that is what me and my parents used to do when I was younger. So the first thing that I am going to do to find that feeling of nostalgia is just to go ahead and go make some new food here today. So alright, if I may say so myself, I think that the House of Cakes, aka the Cake House, is coming along pretty nicely. Of course we are just setting up the walls and stuff right now, but like Donald Trump says, there is nothing better than a wall. Okay, he did not really say that, but just let me have a moment here, okay? But yeah, even though we are still building the walls so that everything is sturdy in here, it is actually looking pretty nice. But alright, also decoration is low-key, just high-key right now. So get going on that as well. Just light this bad boy up with like vines and all that kind of stuff. Just whatever you think will fit into this thing, because ultimately it will become your house and maybe one day even your home. And you know how I feel about building a home rather than a house, because a house is just that, a house. It is 4 walls and a roof. But a home is so much more than that. I mean, it still is 4 walls and a roof, but right now it also is filled with love, like a real home should be filled with, in my opinion, of course. Now onto the cooking stuff though, just for celebratory purposes of course, because I like food. Now I used to have a chef, but I had to fire him because his chicken was always really dry. And I do not like dried chicken. No, I like fried chicken. And when I told him, I was like, but that of course does not mean that you are not working good. I mean, you are a hard-working guy, and I am sure that you are taking all of this in your brain and processing it like a champ so that you can use all of this for yourself one day, and I do not have to hold you hand with every single little thing that you do. Not that I do not want to, but just that is not the way of becoming a pro. Once you are a pro, you will have to adapt to the life of a pro, and that means a lot of alone time, just hanging out in the wild by yourself, and you are able to do everything that you want without any effort. It is just a great freaking life. I mean, come on you guys, He might be a noob right now, or he was a noob. I think that he has learned a lot of things already that he can use when he is out and about in the wilderness. But I also think that it is a big thing for him to just do whatever he wants. But right now I am just trying to press him into that mold that people use when they are turning someone into a pro. But that guy was just not a pro chef. He was a noob chef. Now next to seeing all of the ingredients that I am getting right here, I will be doing just a little bit more because I feel like I owe this to all of you guys out there. I mean, we have not been talking about life as much lately, so you know I just want you guys to know what I've been up to and such, and I just want to talk a little bit to you guys and show some interaction because you know the time of the year has come again and we have had our summer, where the days start to get a little shorter now, but the sun starts to shine just a little less often. Not that it is much, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers, I guess. But yeah, so I will be testing a lot of things today and I will be talking about myself a lot today, so you will just have to watch out for that because this is going to be great right now and I can pretty much assure you of that. Well, actually I should not have to, because you guys should know that we are going to be having a lot of fun because that is just what we do around here and it is just amazing if you ask me right now. So let's get started with everything now, shall we, you guys? Let's go to the kitchen. So it looks like we are about to be done with this kitchen and it will be fully operational. But would you just look at the size of this thing? It is insane. I mean, I have been to New York and other big cities, and the fact that those buildings and skyscrapers are so high is insane. But this thing, well, this is just something else for a change. Usually, like with the enhanced crafting bench, it was just 2 blocks wide. Well, this thing is not messing around. Now this is my kitchen, and it has a lot of freaking big furnaces because I made this stuff, and I am amazing at building stuff. I died a lot while building this, but that is why we are able to respawn in the beautiful world of Minecraft. I mean, I would be so pissed if I actually ended up dying and to just not be able to use this thing then. Well, that would be a huge bummer. But we are not completely dead. But I will be needing some protection, so diamond armor it is, you guys. And then we can finally start to figure out what kind of things we can actually start building and melting and freaking cooking up with this thing. It is like we have reinvented the freaking wheel. But instead of the wheel, we built a huge freaking kitchen, and instead of reinventing it, we just made a bigger freaking version of a normal furnace. That is awesome. I am just in awe right now. I would have never thought that I would actually be able to build something that looks this majestic. But you know how it is. Beggars cannot be choosers. But today we have shown that we are not mere beggars. No, we have shown the people that we are a force to be reckoned with. So behold the mighty furnace. Bow for it or you will be regretting it for the rest of your mortal life, because this thing will be standing here even when you are long gone. As long as it can feast on items to melt, and meat to cook. And for the rest, well, it really does not care about anything. We just need something to put into it so that it has something to actually do instead of just hanging around here. But like I said, that does not matter one bit, because I will be personally making sure that we can do this, and that we are actually able to cook and melt enough stuff to end poverty and world hunger. But of course we need a lot of items for that, so that will basically become my life's goal, to make sure that this kitchen will be running and cooking stuff until the end of time, and then it will still be going on. And it will be making people happy because now people can finally get the stuff that they want. And of course mass production is really big these days, so I guess that a furnace this size would possibly help with that. But of course we will be needing to make sure that this big freaking kitchen will not be used by the wrong people. And by the wrong people I mean the people who are willing to overcook and burn stuff that will not please people. So just to make like vegetables and that kind of stuff. I mean, they are cool and stuff. But once you give veggie bales to a guy who has been having thoughts about a hamburger, well, you know that might not actually be the smartest thing ever to do. So I just hope that this furnace will finally be used by people, and that it actually will be used in a good way, and not cray-cray in a good way, but just to better the people, to make food, to melt iron ore and other types of ore and anything from that nature basically. So let's just hope that no one will use this to try and conquer the world, because that might just be the end of my majestic big freaking furnace. I mean, come on, I am not going to let people use my creation for destruction, pain and suffering. That is not my code, man. That is not what I am about. So you know, maybe that is just for the better that I have built it on the top of a freaking big mountain, just so that people will think twice of actually going up there to create stuff in my furnace. Just like me when I actually got kicked out of culinary school because I was a YouTuber. And of course I wanted to record everything, and that did not sit well with us, so I had to stop there. But like I said, I am going to be making it my life's goal to make sure that this furnace will be running forever, or at least longer than 5 minutes. So I will be needing a lot of resources, and that is the exact thing that I am going to be looking for right now. I will be needing to make sure that I actually get some resources, and of course enough resources to keep that furnace busy, because I am not sure if it actually will be devouring stuff faster or not. I just know that it should be able to hold a lot more stuff than a usual kitchen. I mean, I have dedicated my life to building and creating something like that because I want to be the best Minecraft chef out there. It is just hard to see if it was all for nothing, but right now it does not look like that. But I will be needing to give it a few test runs before I actually deem it to be fully operational. You can kind of look at it like it is the Death Star. It was a big project, literally and figuratively, but not everyone was as hyped about it as other people. So you know, they had to ruin some planets first, before they ended up going with it. So this goes the same for my furnace. It might be big, and it might look really freaking cool, but if it is not, how would you call it? If it is not actually useful, then you know, no one would be going to use it. That is just a fact. It is just like a new car. It might look cool and it might sound great, but if it only goes 50 miles an hour and it does not even reach the top speed after an hour of driving, well then no one is going to be buying it. But that does not mean that I am not hopeful for it. Now that kind of gives a perspective to things. Sometimes knowing all is not the best thing for a human, especially when you do not know how to process some things that are like really big and revealing. It is something that makes you think, does it not? But well, we are not here to think now, are we? We are here because we want to see me being fed right now. And you know, you are not wrong for coming here for just that, because that is basically the only reason why I am here. But then again, you can guess that we are also just here to fool around and not talk about serious topics for a while. So please excuse me if I go too far on some subject, but sometimes it is rather hard for me not to talk about things that I know a lot about. So like I said, please just excuse me for that. But I really want to cook for the pals today, or some other day, because I have not planned anything yet. I just want all of the pals and all of my other friends to come out and like have some kind of food part so we can eat and feast and all that good stuff. I just want to host something like that, and I think that it will be really cool to serve everyone my food. I mean, I really like to procrastinate and do things on the down low, because that is just who I am. And I mean, I am kind of known for missing the point and just rambling and ranting about other stuff like I am doing right now, which is not a good thing to do in my opinion. And no one wants to walk around all day listening to me rant about random stuff, right? That is nonsense. I mean, why walk around listening to me? We can be trumping that is the best of thing ever, and I'm not kidding. I am not sure what I meant by that, but I am just going to roll with it no matter what. So what do you guys think of video thus far? I mean, I really like it, so I'm hoping you guys will like this video as well. Otherwise this would all be for naught, and we would not win that. I mean, I do not win that. Now I am not the best person in Minecraft or anything on YouTube, but at least I try. So I have got that going on, which is nice. Now of course you might be thinking, why are we doing all of this right now? Well, I mean, we could have been doing anything, but we out here chilling with my new kitchen and we need to get even more new ingredients. The grind never stops, people. I am just going to make sure that I can maintain a healthy lifestyle with enough and a lot of exercise and healthy meals. Now this might sound weird, but I think that this is just really important, otherwise I would not be able to go out and make all of these videos all day. Now that does not mean that I do not like junk food from time to time, because I do. And I am not saying that I never eat junk food at all, because like I just said, I do. But that is not often. I mean, I maybe eat junk food once a week, and I think that that is a healthy combination of the both. I mean, you do not have to destroy the one to get to the other. No, the perfect way of dealing with the junk food and the fruit is to make them cooperate. I mean, just help them out. They are able to live in order together, like yin and yang. They are able to live together in harmony once you just make sure that you can get them in balance. And that is not just something that I am making up. Now you might be thinking, well, Sub-Zero Exabyte, why do you want to play with candy? or in this case the other foods and stuff, to go ahead and feel nostalgic again. Well, that is actually a pretty long story, but to make it a little short for you guys, I just wanted to make something really cool for you guys, as in a video, and I just wanted this video to kind of hit home, so that you can watch this and it will make you appreciate your childhood and all of that, or just your youth in general, to be honest. And then I was thinking about the things that made me enjoy and love my childhood, and that was mostly just playing around in the summer, having those late nights where you had to sprint back home because the street lights turned on and you should have been home by the time that this happened. And I just wanted you guys to know that you should appreciate all of those things, because once you get older all of that is just going to be gone. But I will leave you with that because I am going to be eating a lot of food now, since I have made food for like a whole army. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, comment and of course subscribe to become a sub, all down below.